Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Welcome to my group members. Okay, now we will have a group discussion about education teaching. With the title is Student Teachers Engagement in Facebook Assisted Peer Assessment in an Initial Teacher Education Context Speaking 2.0. Let me introduce myself from Group 1, and my name is Nurfadillah as a leader, with my friends, namely Noaf, Yuliana as a Contextualiser, Andina, Nabilah, Gustriani as a Visualization, Lena, Nurfadillah as a Connector, and the last, Farhah, Millatie, Kamalia as a Highlighter. Okay, as a leader, I want to say what's the main point in this journal. After I read the journal with the title is Student Teachers Engagement in Facebook Assisted Peer Assessment in an Initial Teacher Education Context Speaking 2.0, I conclude that how a teacher can become a facilitator who can train students to be critical and reflective by doing peer assessment tasks using Facebook platform. So with this peer assessment, students no longer see the teacher as the sole authority assessor, but the student can also see the peer assessment as a partner study. Okay, maybe for the next, Noaf, want to give your explanation? For Noaf, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Nabila. Okay. Thank you, Nabila. Maybe I will be the first to present. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Yuliana as Contextualiser. In this presentation, I will present several sections, namely, sorry, Andina, next. Objective, no, sorry, but purpose, benefit, function, method, participant, and finally, the assessment criteria by student. For the first, I will present about purpose. Purpose from in this article is to present an overview of peer assessment of the Facebook virtual platform on foreign language learning. And for the second presentation is benefit. Benefit from this article is makes virtual language classroom practice critical, interactive, and reflective. Virtual language classes are language classes conducted online. Interactive is namely the provision of value that perform each other's action or action. And critical reflection is a critical idea. Next. And the next for third number is function. Function in this article is helping teachers make a student assessment using peer assessment in foreign language learning. And then for the fourth is the method used at the beginning. Students were asked to fill out an approval from the participant in speaking 2.0 activities, and students were assigned to do a peer assessment which was carried out through the Facebook platform. And then the number 5 is participant. Participant used in the method of this article is one professional class. Listening and speaking, there were 40 students. 4 participants in this study. They were asked to engage in weekly speaking, 2 and 0 talking. 2 and 0 is a type of speaking text that is recorded and carried out individually or collaboratively. And now for the last presentation from me, that is criteria for assessment by student. For the first is the script is sent along with the video, post and share on Facebook. And next, number 2, evaluate fluency of speech. And next, number 3, evaluate lexical grammar. And next, for number 4, the accent used in the video. And number 5, the content idea is taken. And for the last, number 6, give comment, agree or disagree. Maybe this is all I can describe. Thank you for all your attention. I will return it to the leader.
Okay, thank you now for your explanation. Okay, guys, I have a question. Maybe we can discuss with it. In your opinion, do you think this method is effective to use for us, guys?
Yes, it is very effective. In this study, students were greatly helped by the peer assessment because they were usually calmer and cooler when interacting or getting input from friends.
Okay. Maybe anyone have any opinion?
I have one argument for this discussion. In my opinion, this cyber classroom, okay, right? We can also call it cyber classroom method is the newest things and it will be effective because we know that in this era or in this biggest pandemic, we can join the actual classes. So it will be the alternative of the actual classroom and it's the cyber classroom. Then the method is also has different ways, like more freely and freedomly, like the teacher just take a look to the students and the students give a score to another students and the class is will enjoying a lot. So it still be the effective.
Okay, thank you for your opinion, guys. Maybe enough from Noaf, and we will continue. Maybe the next is Andina. Andina, time is yours.
Thank you. I would like to share screen. Okay, then. Thank you, Nabila, for greeting me as a second speaker in this discussion. So let me introduce myself. My name is Andina as a visualizer in this discussion. So I would like to show you about the method or example of how the classes it works. So everyone has this kind of education is an online platform that's name is Facebook, as you can see in the title. Then has been encouraged to the article named Students Teacher Engagement in Facebook, Assisted Peer Assessment in an Initial Teacher Education Context Speaking 2.0. Then this discussions or this cyber classroom, an online study, or we can also call it virtually classroom, is using a platform named Facebook as a main platform, And the next platform is a YouTube as the second platform, because the link video from the Facebook is uploaded in YouTube. Then this one is tab provides the authenticity of the peers' assessment remarks, so that assist the students in evaluating speaking fluency, such as like counting number or like a spoken words. And also the students can pause the video, then remember or find the new vocabulary, then write it, then write down the results on their paper task directly in the comment section. Like this example, at the important point, the teacher had to assign the students a role as a feedback in PA task. Does that mean the students give a score to their friends? Yep, the students give a score to their friends. Also, the teacher allows who wants to be the assessor among the students. Then the students need to tag their peer assessor, and the teacher helps the students who should be assessed and assist the teacher when monitoring and also evaluating. The teacher also encouraged the students not just to assess peers' works, but also to communicating to each other, like student to another students when in the comment section. Like this example, we have the students one who shared the video. We share the video and explanation about the video. Then the students number two is give an opinion, also giving a score like, wow, amazing, it must be got an A, like for the example. So it's have an communication between the students and students, right? In the last slide, this virtual classroom or the Facebook mediating implementation of PA in PLS or professional listening and speaking succeeds to reach 1 semester or 16 weeks. Wow, it's a huge number, in which students were required to spend 30 minutes on a virtual classroom 3 times in a week. The students not only learn interactively with their peers, but also have an experience to talk with virtually to the other students. So it's all my main point, what I read, and I'd like to be pleasure come back to Nabilah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Andina, for a great explanation. Okay, guys, as in this picture, I'm sorry, students interact with each other by using comments, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I want to ask, what's your opinion? And when you get a score from your friends, does the score bring you to get better or at interact, or maybe will bring at negative vibe for you? Do you guys have any comments or opinion?
Okay. As I said before, that this cyber classroom is freedomly, like freely it's have not a strict rules in the classroom. So the teacher just having a little rules, so it will be have a better interaction more than another ways. I mean another method than between the students to students or the students to teacher, because the students can also give the score or feedback. That one students give is not just a score, but the students also give the opinion or argument, then it will be better. So it will be have a better interaction between the students and another students.
Okay, maybe anyone have any other opinion from your experience or something like that?
Okay, I have some opinion. Yes, of course, I agree with Andina's opinions that the peer assessment will not change the interaction of the students to be worse, to be bad or negative. Because as we know, in this peer assessment, the teacher have give the rule, and also the teacher have be explain how to the student when the student give the comment and advice and how the interaction in it. And it can be use the polite language, and that can be received by the student that performs like that. And I so agree with this opinion.
Okay, thank you guys for your opinion. Maybe enough for discussion from Andina, and we will continue to Lena. Lena, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the leader. This is my turn to take over this discussion. And please for Visualaiser to show my PowerPoint. Okay, thank you. I am Nurfadillah. I as a connector in this discussion, and I will connect the article to the output. I mean to everything in out the article. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, here I get 3 questions as a connector. First is, what are the research that relevant, what are the sources that relevant with this article, and how are they relevant? Second is, have you ever done peer assessment activity, and what do you think about it? Third is, are there other media besides Facebook to do peer assessment activities? Okay, let's we go to the first question. Okay, the question is, what another research sources? And I get the sources is article from Tyler and Francis. The title of the research article is Student Experience of Making and Receiving Peer Assessment, the Effect of Self-Esteem, Knowledge and Trust. This research that talk about how the feeling of the student when they are do the peer assessment. So it's very relevant with our article today, our discussion article today, because this show about the knowledge and trust student when do the peer assessment. I mean, when they must to give making the peer assessment, that's feel untrust because still have less knowledge. But the result from this article that show the student will have confidence and also can make this peer assessment because the teacher give the rule and always to explain it one by one or step by step. Okay, next slide, please. Now we go to second question. And have I ever do this peer assessment? Yes, of course. It's my experience in peer assessment. Okay, if you still remember that we are in second semester, especially in public speaking class, that we do peer assessment. It's when we have to speak in public. And the step of this peer assessment, that firstly, one student speech in a Zoom meeting or virtual video, and second, that the other student give the assessment in Google Classroom. Okay, I will give you an example for the assessment sheet. Next slide, please. It's an example for assessment sheet that we do in academic in public speaking. As we know, we are do speech, and the peer assessment for non-verbal communication. The aspect like facial expression, gesture movement, and eye contact. And we do all the assessment here. Okay, next, the last question, please. Okay, what another application that we can do, that we can use in this peer assessment? Another application that YouTube, Zoom meeting, Google, and Google Classroom. YouTube, it can be like Facebook that we upload our video and the other friend can comment in YouTube. And also Google Zoom and Google Meeting, what I have to use for in contact. And also we can gather all the assessment in Google Classroom. Okay, maybe just that. My connector as a connector, and I turn it to the leader. Please, the leader, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for Lena for your explanation. I wanna discussion with you guys. We have doing peer assessment in classroom learning, right? When we doing but I'm sorry, when you're doing peer assessment, do you think it makes easier, or do you feel it's difficult for us, or do you feel something like that? Maybe can you give your opinion, guys?
Okay, I get the point. So when we have do peer assessment in public speaking, based on my opinion and my experience, it's so difficult if the teachers don't give the rule and don't explain it. But when the teacher or the lecturer give us some explanation and how to give the comment, how to give the score, it's so easy. I mean, and also, but the important one from this activity is we can improve our skill. There are 3 skills that we can improve, like speaking skill, also listening skill, and writing skill. So it's very effective for us. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe other have other opinion.
Yes, from me.
Okay.
Yes, I agree because this peer assessment can help we for practice the skills because the skills learner in this foreign language learning. I think like that.
Okay, thank you guys for discussion. Maybe enough from Noaf, from Lena. And we will continue to Farhah, Millatie, Kamalia. Farhah, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Nabila. I am Farhah Kamalia as a highlighter. I'm going to show you the word or phrase I found in the article. Scroll down, Andina. Yep. The first is wait. I found it on page 2, paragraph of abstract in line 4. The reason we see this word because we do know and misunderstood this word. In student definition, the meaning is not valid, but in dictionary definition is a large hole or empty space. The next is empirical evidence. I found it on page 2, paragraph 1 in line 5. We don't know this phrase, although we know the meaning from the dictionary. We haven't the meaning from student, but in dictionary is based on what is experienced or seen rather than on theory. The third is incorrect. In page 3 until 5, paragraph 2 until 5, in line 8, 12, 7, 13, and 4. The reason we chose this word because this word is always there in every paragraph. The student definition is pushed, but in dictionary is more confident about something. Next is consent form in page 3, paragraph 3, in line 4 and 5. It is included in the topical vocab. The student definition is form, but in dictionary is to begin, to exist, or to make something begin to exist. The last is this process might be a catalyst for student. That's sentence in page 5, paragraph 5, in line 9. The word is might. Might is the language. The student definition is may, but in dictionary is used to express the possibility that something will happen or be done. Okay, I think enough. I will return to the leader.
Okay, thank you for Farhah. Guys, do you have any question for Farhah? Maybe because time is up, I will end it this discussion. Thank you so much for your time and attention, guys. And I will conclude the results of our discussion today. That is, using the peer assessment learning method is considered effective to use because it will also make students more helpful and more relaxed if they can interact with their friends. And it can also improve the various skills of students, especially in this pandemic era. We all have limited interaction, right? So with this method, using the Facebook platform, it becomes one of the effective alternative to use. Okay, thank you guys for your time and for your participant. Stay healthy and stay happy. Have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.